Hello and welcome to today's first two pages with a very zen background. We've got the Northern Lights going on today rather than the lovely beach that we had yesterday. I have to see what other ones I can make available. So today's book is High Tide by Veronica Henry. This is a book that I know very little about. In fact, I know absolutely nothing about. It was scattered across the floor of my daughter's bedroom and I just picked it up and thought, don't know that one. I'll include it in this. I've spoken to my wife. She says that it is, it's a fluffy read, an easy read. So anyway, it is High Tide by Veronica Henry. And it looks, from what I've read, to be set in a kind of an English seaside town. So if any of you are in seaside towns in England, have a good time. Lucky you. Seaside towns are great. So here we go. First two pages. Autumn has come to Penfleet, a small town in the mouth of the river from which it takes its name. Its harbour is full at high tide, so full it looks as if it might burst. The tide is pushing the water out to the sea valiantly. Sometimes it seems pointless, as the sea never seems grateful. The tide carries on day in, day out, providing the rhythm the town has always lived by. The river's banks are covered in tangled woods, hiding voles and otters and water rats, kingfishers and herons. Further up, a narrow creek meanders away from the main tributary, leading to tiny villages, some with only one cluster of houses, an ancient church and a post box. The tide might be high, but the autumn sun is low, hovering in the sky over the harbour. It wraps the scene in a rich, burnished glow, a syrupy marmalade lustre that heralds the falling of leaves and the shortening of days and the onset of winter. It is more subtle than the harsher summer sun. It's mellow, seductive, comforting. Everything looks more beautiful in its glaze. And yet, catch it at the wrong time, and there is danger. For the autumn sun is deceptive. You turn a corner and the full force of its strength hits you. You are dazzled. You lose all sense of where you are. You blink, shield your eyes with your hand, but the light is relentless, burning your retina. And then you turn around a corner and the glare recedes. You can see again and the way forward is clear. It was just a moment of blindness. It is, nevertheless, dangerous, that moment when all is lost. Seasons of mist and mellow fruitfulness, yes, but beware the autumn sun. Funerals in Penfleet were rather like buses. There wasn't one for ages, then two came along at once. As the sun began to glide down into the harbour that Thursday evening, the verger opened the door of St Mary's to check everything was in order. The little grey church, nestled at the top of the high street, plonked in the middle of a small but immaculate graveyard, its steeple poking out over the top of the higgledy-piggledy slate roofs like an eager pupil with his arm up. Inside it was cool and quiet, the still air thick with ecclesiastical mustiness combined with the scent of roses and lilies. The ladies on the flower rota had done themselves proud. The last of the evening's light slanted through the stained glass, sending the dust motes and the pollen spinning. The stage was set for the next day's performances. Joy Jackson and Spencer Knight, both well-known figures in the town, both influential in their own way, but poles apart, about as different as you could get. Unassuming, down-to-earth, get-on-with-it Joy, kind, caring, a pillar of the community, district nurse, stalwart of the parish council, the church hall committee, the choir, the WI. I guess we're never going to find out about Spencer Knight because he's discussed on page 3, and this is, after all, the first two pages. So those are the first two pages of High Tide by Veronica Henry. I'm sure one of those murders is going to be suspicious and we're going to have to learn something about it. And it seems to kind of follow the lives of 4 people from within the community of, where was it? Penfleet. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's High Tide, the first two pages by Veronica Henry. If you had enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, subscribe to the channel if you're watching this on YouTube, because there'll be more of this stuff as long as I'm confined to my house during this lockdown. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the Northern Lights as well. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now.